Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss regarding pelvic organ prolapse. Pelvic organ prolapse is one of the common clinical conditions met in day-to-day gynecological practice, especially among the Paris women. It is the descent of vaginal wall or the uterus. So today we are move upon with the topic of part 1, vaginal prolapse. Vaginal prolapse happens when the muscles that support the organs in a woman's pelvis weaken. This weakening allows the uterus, urethra, bladder or rectum to drop into the vagina. The types mainly classified under three headings. First one is anterior wall prolapse, second one is posterior wall prolapse, and the third one is vault prolapse. The anterior wall prolapse includes cystocele and urethrocoele. Cystocele, it is formed by the laxity and descent of the upper two-thirds of the anterior vaginal wall. Urethrocoele, when there is the laxity of lower third of the anterior vaginal wall, the urethra herniate along with the cystocele and it is called cystourethrocoele. The posterior wall prolapse, which include rectocele and relaxed perineum. Rectocele, there is laxity of the middle third of the posterior vaginal wall and the adjacent rectovaginal septum. And relaxed perineum means the taut perineal body produces gasping introitus with bulges of the lower part of posterior vaginal wall. And the third classification is vault prolapse. It includes enterocele and secondary vault prolapse. Enterocele means the laxity of the upper third of the posterior vaginal wall result in herniation of the pouch of Douglas. It may contain omentum or even loop of small bowel. Hence, it is known as enterocele. And secondary vault prolapse means the undetected enterocele during initial operation or inadequate primary repair, usually result in secondary vault prolapse. The causes include childbirth, surgery like hysterectomy or radiation treatment in the pelvic area, menopause, aging, extreme physical activity, lifting of heavy objects, being overweight, having a chronic cough in case of smokers or people with asthma. Are certain women at increased risk? Yes, you are more likely to have vaginal prolapse if you have chronically constipated and have to strain in bowel movement. Or you may have a family member such as a mother or sister with prolapse. Or you may have vaginal deliveries, especially complicated one. You may have gone through menopause. If you have the habit of smoking, or you are an overweight, or you have cough because of any lung diseases, you are at the risk. What are the symptoms of this one? You need to urinate more than often usual. Trouble having a complete bowel movement or emptying your bladder. Frequent bladder infection. Abnormal bleeding from the vagina. Leaking of urine when you cough, sneeze, laugh or having sex or exercises. And pain during intercourse. How you can diagnose vaginal prolapse? Vaginal prolapse can be diagnosed through a pelvic exam. During the examination, your doctor might ask you to bear down as if you are trying to push out a bowel movement. Apart from that, uroflowmetry, cystometrogram, imaging test, pelvic ultrasound, pelvic floor MRI, CT scan, etc. What treatments are available? Your doctor will recommend the most conservative treatment first. Conservative treatment options include pelvic floor or Kegels exercise. Squeeze the muscle you may use to hold in and release urine. Hold the contraction for a few seconds and then let go. Do this exercise 3 times in a day. And weight loss may also help. Another option is pessary use. What are the possible complications? There may be sores in the vagina. There is the chance of urinary tract infection, trouble in urination, having bowel movements also troubled, difficulties in intercourse, etc. Thank you. Have a nice day.